Guys, we're back. This is Land Podcast. This is your pilot, Heather, speaking alongside pilot Tracy, and this is a
Whatever.
dating series.
Redefining your standards.
Okay,
Okay.
disclaimer. I feel like as women, we set our standards very high, rightfully so. But after doing some investigating, I've noticed that a lot of women are lowering their standards in the looks department. So I want to ask you, T, looks-wise only, what do you look for in a partner? And would you lower those standards in the future?
Would I lower my standards in the future compared to now? I don't feel like I don't even know if you would say high standards for the looks department. I just want somebody to match me. If we don't look good as a unit, what are we doing?
Right.
So I don't think I would lower it just because I'm gonna always look for somebody to match me.
Okay, but you get taken off guard. He's sweet. He has a good personality. What if we're passing up 10s because they don't match our looks vibe?
I mean, do you even give that person the time of day?
That is the problem. That's the root of the problem here.
It's all about the approach. Like if I see someone that's like a guy approaches me and he's just like ugly, but his approach is nice, I'll give him my number. We'll see how it goes.
She said he might not get a text back, but I'll give him my number. That is so messed up.
You're putting words in my mouth. I mean, okay, the general question, would I lower my standards in the looks department? Mm-hmm. Would I settle for someone that's not conventionally attractive?
Right.
Yeah. I kind of feel like, you know how some people are like ugly that they're attractive? Like they're a little funny looking, but that makes them attractive. Like, you're a little ugly, but you cute. Like, Pete Davidson looks goofy as hell, but he's so attractive. Let me keep it PG. That man is really attractive, you know? Even though he looks like a notebook. It just depends.
It depends.
It depends.
Okay, I can take that answer.
Oh, it's frantic.
When you were trying to search for the words, I was like, I can't hold in this laughter no more. Pull it together.
But would you lower your standards? What are they right now as far as the look department?
Okay. No, I'm not lowering my standards. But let me explain why.
Okay, go ahead.
Here's the thing. I am a visual person.
Here we go. If I can't look at you every day.
That's the truth, though. Like, I get so disgusted, and I say that in the nicest way possible, that I really don't think I could lower my standards. However, if I, hypothetically speaking, had a boyfriend who was maybe a 5, and I think it'd be easier for me to lower from there. So I would have to have someone who's already like a 10 maybe. And then if we broke up, I guess I could lower down to maybe a 9 or 8. But I feel like with me saying this, I've already said that I'm shallow on the podcast. So please don't hold it against me.
It's hard to talk about like being attracted to someone without kind of sounding a little bit shallow. But it's all preference at the end of the day. Like,
exactly.
I don't feel like I really have a type, just like scanning through all the guys.
You have a type.
Okay, look.
And you know what color he is. And it is what it is.
I know what you're going to say. Okay, but not all of them look the same. They may have been mostly Mexican, but they all look different.
Okay, they all have the same heritage. You know what I mean?
I wish I could give everyone a visual. They're all very, very different. Okay, what do you look for in your partner as far as their mental? What type of person are you going to be more attracted to?
I want someone who has a very complex mind, who's always challenging me on my beliefs, that I'm like, okay, well, let me tell you this. You know, like, I always want someone who's always telling me new facts or expressing different views on different subjects. Even if it's like something that I don't truly believe in, I'm willing to listen, especially if they're educated on it. I think I just want someone who's like super smart,
A scholar.
a
That's someone
scholar.
you want.
Yeah. Like I love to be with a professor.
Okay. Living out a little fantasy there.
Yeah, just someone who's like super dedicated to learning new things every day.
Okay, someone who's open-minded, someone who's open to conversation and
Yeah,
seeing things from different perspectives.
exactly.
Gotcha, gotcha.
What about you?
Okay. I would say kind of the same, but not so much as like in the scholarly view of it, just more so like open-minded. That can be a broad spectrum when you say someone who's open-minded,
Yeah,
but just someone who's a selfless person, someone who's open to being all in. So if your mindset is, okay, I'm going to focus on being a good person, I'm open to trying new things because I know that this is something you enjoy, so I'm going to give it a try,
yeah.
instead of being like, well, I really don't like that. So I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to give it a try.
It's definitely a give and take. Like, you don't want someone who's completely blocked off because then you're like entering manipulation zone and then they're trying to convert you to whatever their right path is.
Yeah. So like someone who like a free, is it called like a free bird? A free spirited person.
Yeah,
There we go. That's what I'm trying to get to.
yeah.
And I really say that because just from like experience. I don't like
Mhm.
people who jump to conclusions or are super judgy.
Do you think that your future partner needs to be on the same spiritual level as you, or would you be open to being with someone who's thinks differently or who's atheist?
Ooh, that's tough because I don't mind if they have like a different religious background for me.
Mm-hmm.
It really doesn't matter who they pray to. I feel like we all kind of pray to like the same God in a
Yeah.
sense. Whether it be that you call it the universe or you're just praying to whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So as long as they have a belief system of some sort, I'm okay with it. But as far as someone who's like an atheist and just purely believes in science, I don't
Like a
I don't think
Scientologist.
yeah, I don't think I'll be compatible with them.
Yeah.
I feel like yeah, those ideals are factual, but they kind of go hand in hand. So
Yeah.
I need someone who can see both sides in the way I do. What about you?
Oh, I feel the same. I think that it could possibly work with an atheist. I think my family would have an issue with that because I'm not going to like fully cut someone off just because they maybe have like, I don't know, a negative experience with religion, but I think it'd be easier to connect with someone who was on the same level with me. But I definitely wouldn't close the door.
I just always have like this romanticized fantasy about like a future partner, someone who would like pray for me, you know? That's a big thing. Build me up spiritually. I need that.
Amen. Okay, so I have a great question then. So, out of
Hmm.
those three, we've done physical, mental, and spiritual. Which one would you compromise on? And I feel like the easy answer out is physical. So,
Yeah, physical. Because it's lenient. You can be
yeah,
lenient there. But for you, would you say the spiritual aspect then? Because like you said, if they purely believe in science or they're atheists.
yeah, I would definitely say the spiritual aspect I could compromise on. And maybe get a little bit weird when we have children or whatever, but I feel like once you're with someone and not that you're going to convert them, but they can understand where you're coming from and it's just a give and take. So I think it could
Mhm.
work out and that's something that I could compromise on.
I can see that. Like as long as they can respect that
Yeah,
this is something you believe in without bashing it or talking down on it or trying to get their
absolutely.
opinions on it, yeah, it could work out. But it would also be very nice to have somebody that is on the same level as me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it really depends.
Hmm. Okay. Ooh, this next one's kind of juicy. And those of you listening, think about your answer as well.
Please. I feel like we're all going to have the same answer.
Okay, compared to the men or women, gender fluid people you've previously dated, what type of person are you planning to date in the future?
This is a great question. And you know what? After putting a lot of thought into this, we are no longer engaging if you're broke, unfortunately. And you know what? That has nothing to do. You know what? It has nothing to do with the men I've dated in the past. It's just fact for what I'm looking for in the future.
So are you saying that the guys that you've been involved with before, they weren't on that broke spectrum or category?
I've never been in like a situation where I've had like men pay crazy things for me except for like meals, you know? So, and I wouldn't say that they were broke, you know? They took care of themselves and that was great. But I'm just saying, like, for like my future and marriage, like I want my man to be stacked.
Okay, let me switch it up a bit. So, what red flag do you now look for based off like your previous experiences with dating? Like, you dated a guy that has done this, and once you were out of that relationship, or even while you were still in that relationship, what did they do, or what did they say to make you think like, wow, I cannot accept this in the future relationship?
Okay, I have two. And no names.
Mm-hmm.
But basically, I was talking to this guy for a while, maybe like 3 months at this point, and he was like, "Oh, I need to put my kid to sleep." I had no idea he had a child. You know, it was super alarming because it's like, okay, this is someone that you're with every day. Like, this is your flesh and blood, and you're hiding it. Maybe not intentionally, but possibly because you're afraid of what someone else would say and you want to keep them around. And I think that it's just telling to me, like, okay, you're secretive. If you could hide your child for so long and then forcibly put them on someone and then blink them an eye, that's scary to me. And I'm not looking for anyone who's super secretive.
Mm-hmm. He sprung
And
up on you at that 3 months, and it was like, what?
yeah, and it's hard, you know, and like be upfront about it. Nobody's upset that you have kids. Like, we're at an age now, maybe not when we were first talking because this was a couple years ago, but we're at an age now where kids are obviously a part of the conversation. And if you can't honestly talk about something that means so much to you, then like, how are you going to talk to me about surface level things or something that's bothering you or in like an adult manner?
Yeah.
So I think that's like my big one. Like, I don't want anyone who's secretive or abrasive, really.
Yeah. Being blindsided is not fun.
Not fun at all. And you know, you take it in strides, especially if you're like into that person or you've been, you know, with them for a minute, you'll do it and you'll say it's
Mm-hmm.
fine. But like, it's not fine. And you should find someone who is like honest with you and wants to share that part of them before they're like vetting you, you know?
Yeah.
But I guess I understand, like, we vet men all the time in little ways, but it's just different when there's like another human involved.
His own little human.
Oh, little human. So yeah, that's what I would say, secretive.
Okay. So was that just the one, or did you still have two?
I think that I'll keep it there. Well, what about you? What's something that you're like looking for now?
Things that I watch out for. So much. I'm
She said I
very,
got
I
a
feel
list and I'm checking it twice.
literally. I feel like I'm so picky now, and I have that battle with myself of like, okay, chill, don't be so picky. But then it's like, no, like I want, this is what I want, you know,
Yeah.
and I want to get what I want. So a red flag, major red flag for me is someone who has subtle comments about other people and how they live, or they come off as judgy. Like, again, no names, but a guy that I was involved with, I remember, I forgot what he did or what was said, he said no homo at the end of it. And he would say that, or he would say, "Oh, that's gay." And I never like called him out on it, but it would bug me so much because I'm like, what do you mean? What
Right.
if I just said, "Oh, that's straight."
Oh, that's straight.
That's so straight. It
Hashtag
didn't
that's
make,
straight.
it didn't make sense to me. And it just kind of opened my eyes like, ooh, you're not open. Like,
Yeah.
I
Like
feel like when
slightly
people have,
homophobic.
yeah, I feel like it's homophobic. Like there's some issues that you have, like you're uncomfortable with yourself at that point.
Yeah.
So little things like that just like points to a bigger issue that I see. Also, some signs of like control. When a guy wants to take too much control over me and make it seem like whenever I get upset, it's not justified. And that's hard
Narcissist.
to detect. Yeah, that's hard to detect sometimes. But once you experience it, you're less than likely to go back to that.
Yeah.
It's something, unfortunately for me, I feel like it's something I had to go through and experience to
Hmm.
know better for next time.
Some men are just very insecure, and you really need to watch out because that will bleed into you. They take it out on you.
I need a confident man. That's
Period.
first and foremost. Be confident in how you look and how you live and what you say, everything that you have. Be confident with it.
Say it with your chest or don't say it at
Yeah.
all.
Yeah, exactly. Like I remember one time I went on a date, well, hung out with this guy, and I would always wear like jeans and a t-shirt and like sandals because that's just my go-to.
Hmm.
And he would say like, "Oh, you all dressed up, and I just got on like shorts or something." I'm like,
Where are
"You
you
could have put on."
comfortable?
I'm like, "What you want me to say to that? Like, you're in basketball shorts, I'm in jeans. Like, sorry." Like, it just
Right.
baffled me. And it's just like, why are you talking down on yourself about what you're wearing? If this is what you want to wear, it's what you want to wear. If you
Yeah.
felt like this is as much effort as you wanted to put in for me, then fine. But own it, you know?
Yeah. Unless he's like dressed to the nines, he doesn't need to be fishing for comments or
Right,
compliments. What's the point?
right, exactly. And guys have it easy. They can literally wear Nike shorts, a white t-shirt, a chain, and tennis shoes and look
Right.
good.
Throw on some sweats. If your shirt is crisp, straight from Walmart, straight from that little plastic bag,
Hmm.
that's all you
Exactly.
need.
I guess like the moral of that is just I don't like if you're gonna complain about something, make it known, but make a change. Don't just keep
Yeah.
complaining about the same thing.
Make a change. I think that's an easy way to tell if a man is stagnant in other parts of his life as well.
What's your taste? What's your type? What's the whole breakdown?
What is my type? My dream type at Champagne Poppy on Instagram. However, let me look something up really quick. Super, super quick. Here, okay, hold on. You guys, in recent times, I think I've changed my type to Clay Thompson.
Clay Thompson, who's that?
Clay Thompson, a basketball player, plays for the Golden State Warriors. Clay Thompson is just, he unfortunately has a child. But he just seems like he has so much fun. He's really in his own lane.
I'm searching this man. Sorry, hold on.
Search him,
Clay
search
Thompson.
him.
What up with Thomas? Okay, Clay Thompson.
And or Paul George. Look up Paul George. These men are my type. Like, I need you to be 6'8". Paul is married. Sorry, Daniela. Okay.
Look at Paul.
Look at Paul. Paul really is in his own lane. He's just so happy he's smiling. He loves what he does. Maybe I love basketball players, but like, can you really blame me? Can you really feel that?
They cheat. I feel like all them basketball players cheat.
I know, but I want one who doesn't cheat. He's not gonna need to cheat.
Mm.
Honey, whatever she'll do, I'll do better. And then we can talk about this. But yeah, I think my type is like, I want someone who's athletic, plays a sport, super smart, doesn't have to have a skin tone and or preferred ethnicity. However, my track record does show black, and that's okay.
Yeah.
But I'm open to whoever, I just want to be super tall and I want to feel short compared to him.
I can understand that. I'm so jealous of your height. I tell you every time
Thank you. But okay, the one man who I wish I'm not going to say I wished it worked out with, but B, super tall.
Mm.
It was so fun when he would hold the door open for me and I would go under his arm, like, here I am.
Wow, B was that tall?
He was tall. However, he was an older man and he had other things on his mind, so I couldn't lock him down.
B. Sorry, but when was the last time you talked to him?
I haven't talked to him for a while. I never texted back after our last message.
Mm-hmm.
So that was on me. I take that in strides, but I just knew it wasn't for me, But I do wish it worked out with him, with his height, per se. But yeah, what about you? What's your type? Are you going to continue the Hispanic route? Are
I
you going to
think
go a different one? Like, I've already made it clear that I'll probably stay in my lane, maybe deviate to a little bit of a Caucasian persuasion. But, like, what about you? T is always laughing at me. It's honestly, thank you, T.
that was just funny. But
I'm a
Caucasian
comedian.
She's a comedian, a dirty car salesman,
I'm powerful.
She's a witch part-time.
That's on the down low, people. Only close family members know, including T. And now all of you.
Oh, my type. Okay. Well, ooh. Okay, yes. Everyone, all of our passengers know I love a nice, handsome Hispanic man. But aside from that, I like a man who's thick.
Okay, yeah.
A thick, solid build.
You want him to lift you up, throw you over his shoulder in a fireman's hold.
I wouldn't mind it at all.
Now, T, the way your voice dropped an octave, I don't know about that.
Gosh, I just need a nice plump man, a nice smile. I love a full beard. It's so funny because I'm visualizing my crush right now.
Send a picture to
I don't have a
me.
photo of him.
What do
I
you want me
really
to
don't
say?
have a picture of this man. I will have to go next door and to his face, which
Oh.
I cannot do. Yes, I have a crush on my neighbor.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, so that's pretty much it. A nice plump man, bearded, a kind face, nice smile, someone who has good hygiene.
Yeah. So clean.
I love a clean man. A man who takes pride in himself,
Yes.
confident.
You look
I
on his
love that.
nightstand, he has body oils.
Takes care of his beard, you know. I just,
Yes.
but the one thing I really don't like, because maybe some people think like when I say a big man, a thick man, I don't mean like super muscular.
Yeah.
That scares me. Not to body shame bodybuilders.
Absolutely not. We respect your craft.
It's not what I'm attracted to.
Okay, so from what I'm gathering from this situation is Tia saying, yeah, I'm going to stick to my nice, handsome Hispanic men, but these are the attributes I'm looking for within this group.
Right. Right.
Okay, so we've covered taste. Now needs. What do you need from him?
What do I need from a man? I really need me a handyman, a man who can do shit around the
Yes.
house. Because where I'm lacking he needs to be packing. I need a man who's resourceful, who knows how to handle money, who knows how to be responsible. I need a man who can take care of me if need be, wherever I slack, he picks up. But I also need a man who isn't super needy.
Ding, ding, ding.
I need a man who can stand on his own.
Yeah.
That's what I need out of a man.
I mean, ditto. That's all I have to say. Yeah, you need a man who's resourceful, who has hobbies, who has aspirations. Like, if your aspiration is to like have children and be that soccer dad, I will have those kids so you can live out your fantasy. I want him to be happy. I want a man who's happy to be with me.
Mm-hmm. That sounds wonderful. It almost sounds too good to be true.
Exactly. In this day and age, it's hard, especially because we're younger and, men are out here cheating and are not all pointed at men, but women too. We're always outsourcing. I want someone who I can outsource within.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So,
Oh, that hit it right on the.
we're no longer outsourcing, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't have the attributes that are necessary, then I need you to learn that. You can learn a new skill every day.
Mm-hmm.
There's a free trial on Skillshare. We're not sponsored by them, but you could definitely check that out. If you feel like you're in a relationship, you're lacking something, and your partner's like, you're getting bad vibes, learn something new. Try, like, I want my husband to always want to please me and vice versa. And if that's not working, like, let's have a conversation, like, and let's see what we can do about this.
Someone who can always strive for better, always ways
Yes.
to improve, love more. Yeah.
If you have no more love to give them, we don't need to be together.
Yeah. That unconditional love. I want a love that feels like the way Alicia Keys plays the piano.
With all her heart and soul.
Years and years of dedication.
You know what, T? You're gonna find that. And I know it. And it's a little bit discouraging when you've been like dating and I truly feel that husbands nowadays are older. They're not like super old. I mean, sure, it'd be fun to be with like a 50-year-old who has like 7 figures in his savings and 6 in his checking. But you know what? Like a little bit younger, like 30 to 40, maybe, could be good.
I've always been attracted to men who are older than me. I don't know what that's about.
Men our age look funny, smell funny. They're not at the right mental capacity. So I understand. It's just, it's nature. I feel like to end off this episode, we've got to talk about love languages.
Yes. Do you know your love language?
So, and it was acts of service.
Oh, me too. Actually, I'm lying. It was quality time.
I was definitely an acts of service girl. Like, I love receiving gifts, giving gifts, doing things for people. I love it. It gives me a high.
I can see that. I used to think that was my love language. I used to think that. But after I took the test, I was like, oh, yeah, it is quality time. I'd rather be with someone. Because when I'm in love with someone or I'm developing like a friendship and I'm really like growing attached to someone, I want to see them all the time. I want to hang out. Not really so much in the physical touch aspect, but just be there, you know?
Yeah. I definitely think I'm just not like a huge, like I love quality time. I love it, but it's not like my main, like I could go without seeing you, you know? But I think that's just like my personality. I'm more of like like unless I'm like, gonna be spending my life with you, like sure I want to spend every day with you, but I feel overwhelmed super quick. So I think that's why I'm more of like an acts of service. Like I'll send you something to show you my love, but like I think I'd be great in a long distance relationship. I think I'd thrive. If he went away to war or he had a job in Sausalito,
I think honestly, I'm an attention whore. I want someone to
Honestly.
always be thinking about me. I want them to be borderline obsessed with me.
Okay, but then okay, listeners. T, you just said prior you don't want him to be needy. So
Not
what is
needy.
it?
There's okay. Here's it's a very, very fine line. Obsessed with me in the fact that I'm the one that he can admit his love about me or for me to any and everyone, even if
Yeah.
I'm not around. He's, oh, I was thinking about you today, or this reminded me of you. Like, yes, let me know. I don't
Yeah.
have to question it. This man loves me, and yes, I do love my alone time. That's where I feel like I'm kind of selfish. Like I can admit that. Like I want every time that I want to be with that person, I need them to be willing and ready to be around me. But when I need my space, I need my space. And I know that's selfish, but that's just where my mind is.
It's
That's
life.
yeah, not necessarily him needing to be on my head 24/7, but
Yeah.
as long as I'm in your mind and you're always thinking about me, you think about me every day, that's sweet.
Well, I want that for you.
Love languages.
We need what we need, ladies and gentlemen. If your love languages aren't being met, then that leads to like hostile territory, like more arguments. It's just too much because then you're outsourcing.
Do you think you need to be with someone who has the same love language as you? Or do you think
I
you need something that's slightly different?
I think someone who's different because I'd want to be challenged to always be great for that person. And I think it could get a little bit boring or stagnant with someone who, like, I'm always like sending gifts to and from someone or whatever else I would do to feel my own love language be met. So I think I would want someone who would want a little bit different. Maybe not physical touch, just because I think that could get a lot. I think those people need to be together. But
Yeah. If your love language is physical touch, you need someone whose love language is physical touch.
yeah, that would just be the best.
It's hard. If the person I was with love language is physical touch, I'm gonna try my best. But it's just like, gosh, do I need to?
Right.
So maybe someone, I would say for me, words of affirmation. I can tell you all the time. I would write little love letters to you. I would
Yeah.
do that. I feel like that would be something I can provide. I can tend to the needs of someone whose love language is words of affirmation, as long as they can tend to my quality time.
I think we should all challenge ourselves to be with someone who's a little bit different from us.
Keeps things spicy.
But we hope you guys enjoyed this dating series episode. And maybe it's food for thought for you guys to rethink your wants and needs. And if you need to lower your physical standards, and maybe you're passing up on somebody who's perfect for you just because he doesn't fit your ideal Prince Charming,
Unless you're Heather, you don't compromise on the physical.
period. And if that's the case, guys, I fully support you. Hashtag shallow women need love too.
I wish I could get that on the shirt for you. What you want is what you want. What do they say? Aim for the moon, land on the stars, or the other way around?
Aim for the moon, land on the stars. Or aim for the moon, jump from planet to planet until you get to that moon.
Jump from planet to planet. I don't know what message they're gonna receive from that one, but
Jump,
whatever that
man.
means to you, jump.
Jump. Don't settle. Jump. Well, we'll see you next
All
week
right.
to talk about influencers.
There's some good shit going on lately. You don't want to miss it.
You really don't. See you later.
Bye.